Hey, look out. It's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe. It's Kenn's Day.
Yeah, if you're watching Facebook Live, YouTube Live, you'll see that Ken was adjusting his hair. I don't know if it's real, but he was adjusting it.
Which one?
We know that Ken is an entertainer. He's inspiring. He's motivating. And he was also a Robert Goulet double in the heat of the night back in
Was he really?
Wow. Well, you got that wrong. I was a Kevin Costner double, and I was in Heat of the Night with Robert Goulet. Robert Goulet's like an old Italian-looking dude, and he's really short, and he's got a great voice, though.
He does have a great voice, doesn't he?
He's actually really dead right now, but that's a whole nother.
Probably his voice isn't as good as it used to be then.
Some would say.
Yeah.
So would you think he sings bass now, is what you're saying?
Bass.
Okay.
I think I get that. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry about that. No, I heard a lot of dad jokes this weekend, so I think it had a profound effect on me. So, yeah. Anyway, Ken, how are you?
I'm actually doing really, really well. Had a lot of great stuff coming down the pike, and I got back to work a few weeks ago, started doing shows again. Just got back from St. Simon's at a event down there where I hosted and got to do a show and play some golf. I'm actually a little sunburned in November. Who would ever guess that? But
and it's not even a mask sunburn either. It's like an actual sunburn.
I know. I didn't wear a mask. We had a blast there, and finished up the book, and it's now officially, as of last, I think Thursday, posted on Amazon. So it's just been a great few weeks. I love being in front of people again, and the book has already gotten some incredible reviews. So it's been a lot of fun. I've been busy, which is good. Then beats the crud out of just walking around the house, turning off lights and picking stuff up.
Which is a full-time job in itself, of course.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, I've got to ask this because it's in my contract. But have you been talking at all about the election, or are you just passing on that since we're all done with it?
I have not. I haven't spoken, but I do open just about every show with, hey, I don't know where you are, but let me just say that I don't normally do political humor, but here's the shot. If your guy wins, congratulations. If your guy loses, welcome to the first day of the end of the world. So I don't know which one you are, but good luck with that. So yeah, I stay away from it, and there's some people that are losing their minds over this whole thing. And my thing is, you know what? They're gonna count, and the media doesn't control what happens. They have actually zero say in how the process works, and let it play out and let it see what happens. I think everybody I've listened to, I don't really talk, but everybody on both sides, there's just like, hey, I just want to make sure it's fair. And I'm like, all right, well, let's do that then.
That's what we need to make sure of. And we thought we were going to be through with all of the political ads, but no, there's 2 runoffs. There's more.
But wait, there's more.
You know, Dan, we should have written Ken's name in the ballot and really screwed things up.
Yes. I'd vote for you, Ken.
I think I got 3 votes. I talked 3 people into writing it in. They were just flabbergasted going, I can't vote for either of them. And I said, well, then write my name in. I've always wanted to have my name on a ballot. So write my name in. And I think a couple of them did.
Good.
I didn't quite edge out Mickey Mouse for that write-in vote, but I'm still feeling pretty good that I was on there.
You know, he does get votes every election. It's interesting. And I wonder if you are a write-on, no matter who you are, do they send you something that says, hey, by the way, somebody wrote your name on the ballot? Or
do you get a participation trophy or something? Or
yeah,
a trophy. Everybody gets a trophy.
Now, I found this hilarious. I don't know if you saw this bit from Mississippi, but they had the breakdown of the 4 highest vote getters, and it was Biden and Trump and the Libertarian candidate. Mm-hmm. But then Kanye West got like 1% of the vote. Wow. And the funniest part is they had a picture of each except for Kanye, and it was just the little black silhouette. And I'm like, how hard can it be to find a picture of Kanye West? You just put a silhouette. You're putting no effort here whatsoever, and he got 1%. So I was pretty impressed.
That's funny.
About 1%.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm a little surprised.
It would have been an interesting presidency with Kanye West. I mean, a little different.
Yeah, and I don't know which Kardashian would be the first lady, but that would be historic.
Yeah, I think it would be Kim. Isn't he married to Kim? I think it's Kim. Yeah, so that would have been interesting. Yeah.
I'm out of that lexicon of popular culture.
Wow, listen to you with the big words. Lexicon of popular culture.
It is Ken's Day with Kenn Kington, KennKington.com, the place to go to. So what's new besides the shows? Now, when is your last show this year? Are you taking off any time for the holidays, or are you working right up until the new year?
Well, yeah, I think it's a definitely abbreviated schedule. I think I've got like 4 different events in December, but it'll be the middle of December. I'll be done. That's normal. And I think I'm like everybody. I don't think 2021 can get here fast enough. Just turn the page, whatever it's going to be is going to be. And I think all the important things like COVID right now, I do still watch the numbers and the facts of COVID. And I've got some friends that are doctors. They're really promising. 99.99% of Americans don't have COVID. I keep hearing the news just screaming 9 million cases. Well, almost 7 million of those have been resolved and healed and they're back normal. So the total number that have it is actually going down. And then those who do have it, 99.996% of the 1,000th of 1% that have it, it's not serious or critical. So doctors are figuring it out. And I know there's a couple bursts here and there, but overall, it's going in the right direction. Observationally, though, I have noticed a couple really incredible and important factors about COVID. You have 2 minutes for them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, have you been to a restaurant where you have to wear a mask until you sit down and then you can take the mask off?
Yes.
So obviously, COVID cannot penetrate a 4.5-foot barrier. So if you don't have a mask, just kind of stoop and kind of army crawl where you're going and you're safe. And then I got on a plane. I've been flying some, and I sat down, took my mask off, and the flight attendant said, "Hey, you got to keep your mask on." I said, "But I sat down. I'm under 4.5 feet." And she said, "Well, we're about to be above 30,000 feet, so you're going to have to put that back on." But then they immediately came on. They said, "Please keep your mask on unless you're eating or drinking." So apparently food and beverage repels COVID. And all I'm going to say is I can make one of those 100-calorie Cheez-It bags last about an hour and a half.
Yes.
Just, whoa, can't eat a whole one. Well, still working on this one. So, but the one that really got me is I know, Dan, you live in the same county I do. They're letting the kids go back to school. And experts had said, hey, it is more physically, emotionally, mentally, and relationally detrimental for them not to socialize. And they have the lowest of the lowest of the lowest. And so our county started letting the elementary school kids, they went back first, which makes sense. They're all under 4.5 feet. So they're safe. But my youngest son, Doc, he's supposed to start high school. And I felt for him. I'm like, dude, you need to go back. Because he was taking weight training on a laptop. And he has no weights. So he's literally in the living room bench pressing a broomstick. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, the coach said work on our form. And I said, well, we're a goal setting family. So we're hoping by Christmas he can do like a rake or a shovel maybe. But he did. He was like, oh, Dad, he says, I'm really torn. I don't know if I want to stay and do it virtually or go back live. I really don't know which I want. And Heather and I just laughed. We're like, oh, buddy, that wasn't your choice. That's for our mental health and well-being. You're going back. So good luck with that. Wear your mask. Oh, and have you had any of the mask Nazis come up to you in public?
No. Oh yeah.
I've had 2. This one woman said, hey, it was over my nose and mouth. She goes, pull it over your chin. It's got to be over your chin.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't even know you could breathe out of your chin. I've been 50 years. I didn't know you could breathe out of your chin. So I'm learning that. But this one lady, I was actually at a show and I'm walking to the stage and I had a mask on and she's like, your mask is on backwards. I didn't know there was a way, but the blue side apparently is supposed to be out. So the whole time I've been thinking I've been protecting myself from COVID, and I've actually been attracting COVID to me for the last 6 months. So I'm learning a lot.
Wow.
So
this
yeah,
is a smart virus if they know the color blue versus the color white and how tall 4.5 feet is. I mean, it's a smart virus.
It is. And you should be, I mean, you got that bright blue shirt on. You're probably repelling it just by wearing that shirt.
I am. I don't even need a mask when I wear this. So, yeah.
So fun. Talking with Kenn Kington. KennKington.com is a great place to go to. Hopefully, pretty soon you'll get to see him at a venue near
you.
Hey, Ken, I do want to talk about, it's interesting. We were talking before that you brought all these statistics up. Did that make your head swim, Dan, when he was bringing up all these statistics?
0.7 of 96. Yeah. I see. I don't do math. And so, I'm part of the 5/3 of people who are not good at fractions. So
yeah,
there you go.
I'm thinking that Ken can do your taxes and my taxes next year.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, well, COVID cannot do taxes or math. So the more numbers you throw at it, it gives up and goes away.
Awesome. Let's do that.
Well, you had mentioned, brought up the book, and we've been talking about that for some time. And you've released stuff before. Is this something that I know you're excited about it. How excited are you about it? And what do you think the response is going to be for those folks that read it?
Well, I have released a lot of things. I've released anger. I've released my hope of ever playing Major League Baseball or professional golf. I've released any hope of ever being attractive. I just go with what I got. So I have released a lot of things. You're right, Rick. I've released many things, but I got to say the immediate response, I think it came out officially on Amazon last week, and the immediate response blew me away. And I really was sitting there thinking, okay, so why is this? And I think part of it is the story. I mean, it is pretty radical to have your heart stop for 2 hours and still be alive. And then the surgeon, and the title of the book actually came from the surgeon who told me, he said, I'm looking physically at your heart in your chest. And he said, all 4 of your arteries were basically 99% closed. And I asked people, why is that heart beating? And he looked at me, he says, we fixed it. We did the new arteries, but you need to treat every day like it's a bonus, because for you, it is literally. And I said, well, I'll do that. So every day is a bonus is the title. The subtitle, though, is really the core of the book. It's an unbelievably easy read. It just goes through the story of the experience. But the 3 gifts I discovered through that, I realized I had all 3 of them. I just never really fully opened them and enjoyed them the way that God intended them. And to be able to hear God and hear him literally walk me through, this is how you enjoy these gifts. And have people say, oh my goodness, I've always wondered about that. And that makes it so clear. Or I have wondered, why am I not fully experiencing life right now? And I've totally neglected this one gift that I knew was there. And I haven't embraced it. So I think the joy of it and the exciting part is that it's opening eyes and going, wow, that was for me. I needed that. It's immediately applicable. You don't have to have open heart surgery to learn it. But it is that effect without the trauma to begin with.
Have you had folks come up to you and say, all right, so the name of the book is Treat Every Day as a Gift. How do I do that? I mean, for you, it's easy because you went through heart surgery and you can do that. But how do I do that?
Well, yeah. And that's where the core of the book is. I do tell the story, but it's the part of the story that pops these revelations of these gifts. And we know that one great example is people are a gift. And we can get so accustomed to just kind of blowing through life. And yeah, I'm glad I have friends, but not fully engaging and appreciating those friends and being a friend and being refreshing to others. What type of a friend am I? Even this morning, I was out at a golf tournament this weekend, and the devotion before we played the round was on, I think his name's Oniphosaurus. It's in Second Timothy.
Okay, yeah.
That guy. He's mentioned like 3 or 4 times, but his name was synonymous with he is a refreshment. Every time I'm around him, he just refreshes me. And I thought, I want to be that.
Yeah.
I want that effect on people. So it's not just appreciating those around us, but wow, I can be that. And it kind of opened my eyes too, because I had so many people that refreshed me during that recovery time. It just became addictive to going, hey, I just love to refresh and encourage people. I was actually in St. Simon's playing golf, and Dan Cathy, the CEO of Chick-fil-A, was there, and we were playing golf together, and I had no idea he was going to be in the foursome I was with. And he asked me, he says, so, I mean, I saw your show last night, and I can't believe I haven't heard of you, and I just laughed really hard. But he says, is this what you do? What do you do for a living? And I thought, and after having gone through the book part, I realized, yeah, I do comedy. Yeah, I do some writing. Yeah, I do some speaking, but I just love to encourage people. And I told him, I said, I encourage people. That's what I do. And it plays out a lot of different ways. And one of the greatest ones, and I will just encourage your listeners today, if you're thinking, well, how do I become that? Is just ask people about their world. What's going on in your world? What's new? What's exciting? What's going on? And so I'd asked Dan, I said, what's new there? And he goes, well, we're really excited. We just opened a new lemon processing plant in Ventura, California. And it's like, do tell. Why and how? And he goes, well, we do a lot of lemonade and we want to be fresh squeezed. He says, right now we're able to squeeze 800,000 lemons a day.
Wow.
And he said, the crazy part is we make more money off of the pulp than we do the lemonade.
Wow.
He says, we're literally now the 15% of the world's supply of lemon oil.
No way.
Who knew?
No.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there, I'm literally getting excited with him. I'm like, oh my goodness, where is Ventura? And I want to see this plant. And well, if you're ever out there, I'll make sure they can see it. So I was genuinely excited about lemon juice and oil. And it was just, I mean, we just had a blast. And he's a stinking good little golfer too. He's amazing. He kind of carried us more than once, but just had a great time hanging with him and being excited about what others are excited about. I think it's almost biblical, something about weep with those who weep and rejoice with those who rejoice. And that simple step of, wow, what's going on in your world? And I'm going to get excited with you.
Wow. Ken, you need to change your name to Oniciferous Kenn Kington.
Oniciferous. I got to learn how to say it.
Oneater.
Oni Kington.
Kenn Kington, KennKington.com. All right, so we're going to call you, what are we calling him, Dan? Refreshment?
Refreshment, or Oni. Just Oni for short.
Oni.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been on this. I mean, Dan and I, ever since we've known you, now for over 6 years, you've always encouraged us.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate that. And now you've just even amped that up. And a lot of that's in the book, or all of it's in the book. When someone that you encounter is maybe rude to you, or someone is just not having a bad day, has that helped you turn the situation around?
If I'm going to be completely honest, I think it's helped me do it more often. But when people are rude to me, I usually just relax, like, well, forget you. So I'm incredibly human. I don't bark back anymore. So I think my range of give it back to them has changed to where I'm just like, that's a them thing, not a me thing. And I just let it go. Or I have very much, more frequently than I used to. I take a negative, I guess, confrontation or a negative attitude. And instead of thinking, what's their problem? I think, I wonder what's going on in their world.
Mhm.
And I try to gently walk in and go, hey, are you okay? And usually they're like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like, all right, well, if I'd love to help out if I can, and I've just found myself much more gentler and realizing they're not mad at me most of the time. And if they are, it's something else and getting below the surface. But I would say the biggest benefit I've noticed is driving. I don't get tweaked driving anymore. I mean, somebody will cut me off and I'll just go, they must not have seen me. Oh, well. I don't wave with one finger anymore.
You're still number one, even though I'm not.
One way, Jesus. Kenn Kington, KennKington.com. Every day's a bonus. That's the book. It's out. Check it out. You can go to KennKington.com.
Hey, Ken, don't forget, cover the chin when you put that
cover
mask
the chin
on.
with the mask.
Cover
Get that.
the chin. And please.
And Rick, they can go to Amazon and get the book, but they can also go to Amazon, and the comedy special Wow Moments is on Amazon Prime for free for those folks. So they need a good laugh. Go watch Wow Moments. It's free, and it's my favorite project I've ever done, and I'm just super excited Amazon's carrying it.
Awesome. And please, somebody send Doc some weights, will you? We're tired of looking at that broomstick.
Tell him I said make a personal record for a vacuum cleaner next time. That would be
There you
better
go.
than a broom. I mean, come on.
Let's do this, Ken. Let's check in with you right before Christmas, sometime in December, and we'll end our year with a bang, having you on the show. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst,
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.